So it's been 18 years since Miami has beaten a top 15 opponent on the road. And unfortunately, after tonight, Miami's going to have to wait just a little bit longer to have another chance to do that. So tonight, Miami loses at North Carolina 41-31. Very disappointing showing in the second half after such a promising first half. And I say promising even with all the mistakes and the sloppiness. There was the fumble on the goal line, which, had me pulling out what's left of my hair at this point. Right after that, the Ruben Baines sack fumble on the 1 yard line, of course, it bounces right into a UNC player's hand. It just felt like it was going to be one of those nights where everything was going to bounce their way. But as luck would have it, Miami started getting the right calls, but they started getting some calls by the referees. I felt like the refs called this thing down the middle because every time they showed a replay of a UNC penalty, it was legit. We got called for some dumb penalties as well. The unsportsmanlike call after we sacked Drake May deep in his own territory was terrible. And, hopefully the coaching staff addresses that. But anyway, getting sidetracked. Aside from all the adversity, that first half, you went into the half with a 3-point lead, which is all you can ask for. You go into the half with a lead, you give yourself a chance to win on the road. We probably should have been up a touchdown or 10 points or what have you, but I feel like our fumble on the goal line and their million yards and penalties that they handed to us in the first half, I feel like that kind of cancels each other out. So I'm putting that stuff aside. We went into the half with a 3-point lead. It reminded me a lot of the A&M game because we withstood some adversity early. Kudos to the team for, kind of staying tough and fighting back and, getting some points on the board, taking that lead. Tyler Van Dyke making some really good throws in the first half. That one throw to Jacoby George, just an absolute dime. And he got nailed as he threw it. So great courage shown by him. So we go to the half with the lead. That was the first half. We were generating pressure. We looked like the more physical team. But then in the second half, that got totally flipped on its head. UNC looked like the more physical team. They looked like the more prepared team, the smarter team. They had us on our heels. It seemed like the entire third quarter. We weren't generating nearly enough pressure to get to Drake May. Anytime he had time to throw in enemy territory, it seemed like he found Tez Walker for like a huge chunk play or something that led to a touchdown. He just ate us up. And it was a lot of mistakes by our safeties from what I saw. It was a lot of guys looking into the backfield, guys getting thrown off, and then, Tez Walker or somebody else just getting behind the defense. So way too many mistakes, lots to clean up. A lot that I'm concerned about because now in year 2, I feel like you shouldn't be seeing stuff like too many men on the field on defense coming out of a timeout. You shouldn't be seeing, the defensive line confused, like trying to get the call from the sideline right before the snap. I saw that happen on multiple occasions. So still a lot to clean up there. It is a little concerning that in year 2 that stuff is still happening. But I'm hoping by the end of this year or by year 3 that gets totally cleaned up because that's just inexcusable. And really, it's been a problem. That's been a problem for like 15, 20 years. That has to change. But of course, 4 turnovers. Again, that's probably going to be the main storyline of this game. You can't turn the ball over 4 times and expect to win, especially a team as good as North Carolina. We honestly had a chance to win this one. Now, this game showed me that they are the better team. Fine, whatever. But you had a chance. You gave yourself a chance going into the second half. They scored on the first drive of the second half, which, okay, you make adjustments at the half. You come out and score. You have some scripted plays. Maybe that's kind of expected. I thought Miami would bounce back after that. Ever since that fumble where you had a bad snap by Matt Lee, it seemed like the team just unraveled and never quite recovered. Kudos to them for not totally giving up and just letting UNC hang 65 points on us because, if you let Mac Brown do that, he will do that to you. But, they kind of scratched and clawed and got it to within 10, but it's like, too little too late at that point. So, decent first half. I was proud of our boys for looking prepared at first. There was some, shooting yourself in the foot, yes, but fighting through adversity, getting the lead. But then things just totally unraveled in the second half. It kind of reminiscent of last year, to be honest. But, this is just one of those games that kind of brings our fans back down to earth a little bit. I know everybody, including myself, got excited with the 4-0 start. We did beat one pretty good team and then just kind of, beat up on a bunch of bad teams. I mean, Bethune-Cookman, Temple, Miami, Ohio. It's like, yeah, no, we're expected to blow them out. But, we start facing some ACC opponents and, yeah, reality starts to set in. This is not a team that's going to go out and win 10, 11 games like some people were saying after the 4-0 start. This is a team that's still got a lot of work to do, still got a lot of culture to implement and a lot of things to clean up. And, everybody's got to be held accountable. Coaches, players. By the way, Lance Guidry, I don't fault him at all for that penalty because he called a timeout and then ran onto the field after that, after he was granted the timeout, it seemed like. So I'm not sure why he got flagged. Whatever. Doesn't matter. End of the day, Miami just got beat up by a better team. It's that simple. Miami loses 41-31. The score doesn't quite show how much of a butt whooping it was, especially in the second half. Again, things just kind of unraveled in that third quarter. That was the one quarter, if you look at the box score, that's going to stick out to everybody. We just, in those 15 minutes, we just got destroyed. And that was pretty much the difference in the ball game. But, hey, I give big congrats to North Carolina. They played hard. They had a great game plan. They fought through their own adversity. They were down and, they just came out swinging in the second half. And it took us a while to just find an answer. And, we got to just pick ourselves up and move on to Clemson. We're 4-2 right now. All of a sudden, those 7-5, 8-4 predictions, you're starting to see why. A lot of us on YouTube, those were our predictions because really 8-4. If you can bounce back and finish 8-4, honestly, that would be pretty incredible with the schedule we have left. We got a pretty tough stretch coming up. You got Louisville, NC State, Florida State, Boston College end of the season. That's although they're not a great team, that's not going to be easy. So, you got some work to do. Definitely still some meaningful football left. I think the ACC is kind of out the window at this point, but I mean, I didn't really go into this season expecting to win the ACC. I know some people did. I didn't think that was a realistic expectation, to be honest with you. That wasn't a realistic goal for this team, not this year. But that's pretty much out the window. You're 0-2 in the ACC now. Could you still salvage a decent year? Absolutely. Like we've all said in the offseason, look, even 7-5 is an improvement. I hope it's not 7-5. I hope it's better. But again, Miami's got to clean up the mistakes. No more 3, 4, 5 turnover games. You can't have that and expect to win. Got to clean that stuff up, take care of the football, and come out and fight hard against Clemson. Try to get a W there. Let's see if we can get ourselves to 5-2 and get our first ACC win of the year. I do not want to start 0-3 in the ACC. That would royally suck. But anyway, those are just my thoughts. Immediate reaction coming out of the game. I didn't want to wait till tomorrow. I just wanted to give you just raw and uncut, just what I thought as soon as the game ended. Again, congrats to USC. They kicked our butt once again. Hopefully that is the last time because it's been 5 years in a row now. Anyways, guys, I hope you all have a pleasant evening. Go enjoy your families. Football, these games remind me, hey, football's not everything. So go enjoy your families. Try to enjoy the rest of your evening, guys. Still got a lot of football ahead, so let's see if we can get some wins here. It's all about the U. Go Canes.